Hey guys, so today I'm gonna do I guess I'll show you guys what I've done to prep the Buick for winter storage. It was quite easy actually. I did take off the plastic hubcaps there, no lack of rust. Did take apart the rear end big time. It's all ready to go practically for the demolition derby. It's about halfway done. Let's see. So this is all the headlights and whatever the heck else. I'm actually quite surprised. I was expecting this trunk to be more rusty than what it is, and it's actually, I mean, yeah, it looks super rusty, but I've hit this. I took a wrench and I actually hit this, and if you guys go look at my videos of my Ford Taurus demolition derby earlier this year, you'll see that when I hit, my brother hit the back bumper, the thing would go right through the back bumper. And here I did hit it and it started to bend right here, and there is a little hole. But I hit that thing probably about 10-15 times, and that's all it did. So that was the worst part of the bumper as far as bending goes. This one didn't even budge. So yeah, this back is actually very, very dirty, very, very dirty. But what do we have to do to make this trunk ready to go for the demolition derby? Well, obviously take out all the carpet and crap and this and whatever, that and lots more than that. But I have to notch this frame big time. I'm talking like notches like that thick. Like it's gonna be big notches, because these frames, as you guys may know already, that they're known for just going straight down. And if it does in the demolition derby, I'm gonna have no bumper here, because these bumpers are disastrous for these cars. Because if you watch, pretty much any derby, sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. The body actually rolls in perfectly, but the frame goes straight down. And if they leave the bumper here and it goes straight down, which actually this could cause it to even go down even more. If this goes down, it's going to drag on the ground, and it's going to almost totally stop me from driving backwards. And it wouldn't be as bad if it was just the frame rails. If they came off and they're plowed down, I think I could probably drive over them. But with this big bumper here, it's going to be really difficult to try to drive backwards if this does go down. Now, if I'm able somehow, I've never seen one do it before, really. If I somehow am able to make this trunk go up, that'd be very good, because that means I wouldn't have to deal with any of this. But the only problem is also the tires back here. If I were to get hit right here, and this were to go way forward, these strut towers in the back, let's see. If you guys can't see that, you can't really see it that well. But if you guys can see that, there's no lack of rust back there. And with those being weak, rusty, and these right here, the actual, I can't remember what they're called, these support bars right here, that's what holds the tire, like right here. If this got hit and went way forward and hit I'm gonna have a donut here, but if I got hit here, this tire's gonna go way up under here, because that's already rusty, that's already rusty. So yeah, that's no good, but whatever. It's just one more thing to worry about, but it's not like it happens to every single one of these cars. This tire almost looks already bent. As you guys can see, it's almost like it's already like this. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. So things we have to change the front end. I'm sorry, I'm kind of being boring here, but I'm just telling you guys what we're gonna have to do to make this a very good Dolby car. First thing we're gonna have to do, get away, bug, is we're gonna have to reinforce these strut towers. If you guys can see that, look at that rust. That rust. That's practically all this car is rust. And you'll see that a little bit underneath. But yeah, that's all rusty and nasty, and it's all ready to. I'm pretty sure if I were to get hit hard enough, this would just drop right out almost, because it would break these. So what we actually might do is we may just drill a hole, 3 more holes, and take some wire and actually drill a hole through these and actually even more support it. And we may do more than that, I don't know. We're just going to reinforce these strut towers very well, because we don't want these breaking off, because I'd be at that point screwed. So let me show you guys on this side. You guys can see I took the headlights off, and you guys can see it's rusting out a little bit on the bottom of the light supports, the core support. Get the wire out of the way. It's rusting out, and this actually, I've seen a lot worse, to be honest. I've seen a lot worse on these Buicks. These Buicks are known for rusting out around here, and also under the rad cradle, which looks like that, and it's actually pretty solid still. It doesn't look that solid, but it is. But these are actually known for rusting out like really bad, but this car isn't that bad. But yeah, this is a little bit crazy though. This is actually totally separated, and I can actually bend this whatever way I want. I can actually bend that in there, so maybe I can make more of a support here. Maybe I won't, I don't know. It's the same story on this side. I've already bent it in. But yeah, pretty bad rust, but you guys haven't even seen the worst of it. There goes me mom's car. So here's the worst of it though. So underneath, as you guys can see, if you look very closely, you can see that. Now that is a big hole. That is in the subframe of the car. This subframe is so rotted that it's actually like totally collapsing on this side. Now, I don't know how this will affect me in the demolition derby. I may end up reinforcing it, because I believe we can reinforce the subframes if we have to. I think you can even replace the subframe in this derby. But yeah, we're gonna have to reinforce that, because that's nasty. I'm not gonna spend the time to replace this whole entire subframe, because it's just not worth it. So anyway, let me zoom out here. As you guys can see, there's another issue. If anybody knows these kind of cars, and you have seen them in demolition derby, you'll see that these tires just flop right out. They just flop on the ground. And some people know that what that is caused by. There's actually 2 things that's caused by. 1 is the strut tower. 2 is the spindle. Because GM, for some reason, decided to go cheap. They knew they were crappy too. They made aluminum spindles. So that means that it'll just tear off right up there at that connection. If I can get my finger in there somewhere. Right there. It'll just tear apart at that connection, and the tire will just flop out, and then the drive shaft just rips right out of the transmission. Yeah, that ain't no good. So we're gonna have to change these spindles from aluminum to steel or cast iron. So that's pretty much it, I guess, that will make this thing a better derby car. It's pretty rotted underneath. I mean, it wasn't gonna be much long before this thing wasn't gonna pass inspection. I'm surprised it didn't already. But yeah, that ain't no good. You can even see it right there, just how bad it is. But and I'm gonna be looking for more holes. Actually, I'm gonna look right now if there's any holes on this side where that same spot is. Trying to see here. It's so dark, it's not even funny, so I don't think we're gonna be able to see it. But as you guys can see, even from this side, it's also aluminum. Obviously, they aren't gonna put steel on one side and aluminum on the other. But as you guys can see, you can just see how thick, how big this core support is. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about. Just how big and just look at that. 2 layers, and they're both quite thick. Actually, there may be 3. 3 layers almost of metal there. That's crazy. This core support is one tough SOB. Trust me, this car is going to do well as far as front end goes, because it's a W body, first of all. Second of all, I'm getting custom bumper. I'm not going to leave this crap bumper that's on it. So, alright, well, see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. This car is really starting to look like a derby car now. I haven't done anything to the inside, by the way. Not yet. But this car's all ready for winter storage. So like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.